We're going to learn how to round off decimal numbers. Suppose you were asked to round off 3.245 to the 10th position. Well, first, you need to find the 10th position. And that's the 10th position right there. Either the answer will be 3.2 or the answer will be 3.2 where we add a 1 in that position. It's going to be one of those two answers. How you tell is once you find the 10th position, go one digit to the right. If that number is 5 or above, add the 1. That is, round up. If it is not 5 or above, that is, it's below 5, and 4 is below 5, just keep the 3.2 as the answer. Suppose you were asked to round off this number to the 100th position. So the first thing you have to do is find the 100th position. Tens, hundreds. Okay, I found it. Either that's the answer or you add one more and you get 7.93. Those are the only two possible answers. And how do you tell which one? You go to the digit to the right. Since that number is 5 or more, go with the larger one. That is, add the 1 here. So, this here is the answer. If you were asked to round off this number to the 100th position, you should respond with that number. Suppose you have this number, 72.314,589,625, and you're asked to round off to the millionth position. That's the 10th and the hundredths. These are the thousands, the 1,000s, the 10,000s, the 100,000s, and there's the millions. Either that's the answer or you take 72.14589 and you add a 1 at the end. You get 10 carry 541327. One of these two boxed answers is correct. And how do you tell? That's the millionth position. Since that number is 5 or more, here's our answer. We add that 1. We bump it up. If this digit would have been below 5, like a 4 or a 3 or a 2 or a 1 or a 0, I would have kept this as the answer. But since it was 5 or more, I add the 1. How about this number? Decimal point 1234,312,8431. I'm going to round this to the 100th million. The 100 millionth position, excuse me. The 100 millions. Again, we need to identify the 100th millionth position and then the digit to the right. Tens, hundreds, 1, 10, 100, thousands, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. There it is. 50-50 chance that that's the answer. Since that digit is less than 5, this is your answer. Just for practice, if this digit was 5 or more, you add a 1 to that position. And if you have to carry over, you carry over. Okay. How about this one? Decimal point 99999999894. 894. And we want to round to the 100 millionth position. Tens, hundreds, 1, 10, 100 thousandths, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So either that's the answer, or you add a 1. I mean, you're really adding this, but you're adding a 1 to that millionth position. You get a 10 and another 10, a 10, carry a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 1 point, which is 1. Okay, so either the answer is all those 9s, or the answer is 1. Since that digit is 5 or more, this is our answer. Actually, that should be the answer. This is the answer. What it's saying is that it's rounded off up to that position. For example, let's talk about that for a little bit. What's the difference between this and just 1? So here's a ruler, 0, 1, and 2. Now, when would you round off to 1? Well, here's a half, and here's 1 1/2. If you're a half, you'd round up to 1. If you're anywhere here, you round up to 1. In fact, anywhere from a half up to, but not including 1 1/2, you'd round to 1. All of these numbers. This means that whatever you measured is in between 0 and 1 1/2. Okay? Now, what about 1.00? So, you have 1, you have let me just move it a little over here. You have 1.05, you have 1.10, and you have 0.95, and then 0.90. So when would you round to 1? Well, to 2 decimal places. Well, this number would round to 1, and everything up to, but not including 1.05, would round to 1. All of these numbers round to 1. Between 1.95 and 1.05. So this would mean that what you're measuring is between 0.95 and 1.05 can equal 1.05. Okay, in other words, if you have 1.04873, that digit actually, I'm wrong. I apologize. Wondering if I was making a silly mistake. Sorry. It's not that hard. You have 1 here, and you have 1.005, and you have 0.995. Okay, if you're rounding to 2 decimal places, because we have 2 decimal places in the 1, 2 decimal places. Since that is 5 or more, we add 1 to the 99 and we get 1.00. If you're anything before this number, that would make this a 4. I mean, you can have 10049. Remember, there's a 50 here. 49 is less than 50. This is smaller. And since this number is what is bothering me? Since this number is 4 or less, 5 is less than 5, we get 1.00. So, what this means, and boy did I mess up, this means that x is between 0.995 and 1.005. If you take any number in between these two, and including the left one, and you round to 2 decimal places, which means the 100th position, you would get 1.00. Now, this number 1 is rounded to the ones place, not the 100th place like this one. This is just 1, the ones place. So, when you round to the nearest 1, any number between 1/2 and 1.5 would round to 1, including 1/2, but not including 1.5. Well, if you needed some machinery, a piece for your machine, and you wanted it to be 1 centimeter, okay? You wanted it to be the 1 centimeter. And one company says, oh, I can build it. I guarantee you that it will be correct up to the 1's place. And another company tells you, I guarantee you it'll be correct up to the 100th place. This company guarantees you that it'll be between those numbers, which are fairly close to 1. These numbers are much further away from 1 than these numbers. This company here is going to charge you more than this company, because this company is more exact. But that's really the word I want to use. This company is more exact than this company. So, in terms of measurements, these numbers are not really equal. I really hate putting not equal, but they're not. Okay, this company guarantees you that their accuracy is up to the 100th, and this company guarantees you their accuracy is up to 1. They can be off by plus or minus 1/2. This company says they'll be off by plus or minus 0.005. That's this company. This company will be off by up to 0.5. This company does a better job. So, you know, when you have 1.00 and you have $1 and $1, yeah, they're equal. Nobody's gonna deny that. But when you're talking about accuracy, they're not equal. They're not equal. Okay, this finishes the video on rounding off decimal numbers.